We all know the basic rules of money. Save, invest, don't spend more than you make. It's advice that literally dates back over 4,000 years. So, why are most of us still struggling to build wealth? The truth is, the advice isn't the problem. Your brain is. Today, we're looking at George S. Clason's classic book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Not as a finance book, but as the world's first behavioral psychology lab. Welcome back to Book in Minutes. If you want the secret to wealth, you don't need a new budgeting app. You need to understand the psychological traps keeping you broke. The Richest Man in Babylon outlines rules that created the wealthiest city of the ancient world. But today, I'm going to break down the 3 massive cognitive biases this book exposes and how you can hack your psychology to finally make these ancient rules work for you. Trap number 1 is what psychologists call present bias. In Babylon, the first rule of wealth is start thy purse to fattening, which means keeping 1/10 of all you earn. You've heard this as pay yourself first, but why is it so hard to do? Present bias is our brain's tendency to value immediate rewards over future ones. When you get paid, your brain wants the dopamine hit of buying something now. Clason's rule isn't just about math, it's an identity shift. When you pay yourself first, automatically, you bypass your brain's present bias. You stop identifying as a consumer and start identifying as an investor. By removing the decision-making process at the moment your paycheck hits, you defeat your brain's natural urge to spend. Trap number 2 is the psychology of hedonic adaptation. The Babylonians were warned to control thy expenditures. Clason wrote that what we call necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we stop it. Today, we call this lifestyle creep. Hedonic adaptation means that no matter how much more money you make, you quickly get used to your new lifestyle and want more. You get a raise, you buy a nicer car, and suddenly you feel just as broke as before. The Babylonians survived this by setting strict boundaries between needs and desires. To beat hedonic adaptation today, you must artificially restrict your access to your new income. When you get a raise, pretend you didn't, and immediately redirect the extra money into investments before your brain gets addicted to the new baseline. Trap number 3 happens when you finally have some money saved. Overconfidence. The Babylonian rule is to make thy gold multiply and guard thy treasures from loss. Clason warns us through the parable of Arcad, who lost his first savings by trusting a brickmaker to buy rare jewels. In modern behavioral finance, this is a dangerous mix of overconfidence and the Dunning-Kruger effect. When we start saving, we get overly confident and want quick returns, falling for risky investments we don't understand. Simultaneously, we suffer from loss aversion, where the fear of losing money paralyzes us from investing in safe, boring index funds. The Babylonian cure: only invest in what you understand and seek advice from experts, not your financially struggling friends. Let's recap how to use ancient wisdom to hack your modern brain. 1. Defeat present bias by paying yourself first automatically. 2. Crush hedonic adaptation by separating true needs from lifestyle creep desires. And 3. Protect against overconfidence by only investing in what you actually understand. Present bias is arguably the biggest reason your future self is going to be broke. In fact, your brain literally views your future self as a complete stranger. If you want to know how to fix that psychological glitch and stop self-sabotaging your wealth, click the video on screen right now, where we dive deep into the psychology of your abstract future self. I'll see you there.